Good evening. Here is the world news from BGI TV, Baba Bagede Imo TV. I am Morire Rebila Lawal. First are the major headlines for the world news. Nigeria, ECOWAS member states implementing strategies to stop coup in Africa. Multi-party democracy better than military rule, Buhari. FG nets 1.8 billion naira from sale of forfeited assets, Malami. Shehu Sani reveals names of bandits terrorizing Kaduna, Katsina, and others. Donye Okpukpe leaves EFCC office. Lecturer not paid since 2020 gives birth to Xpløs in Anambra. Tragedy as man hangs himself in Akpake or Gùnm, Oyo State. Government attack vigilante operatives, behead one, burn down buildings. And on foreign story, I won't apologize to Algeria for colonization, Macron. Finally on sports, Osimhen receives Globe Soccer Award trophy. Now the news in detail. President Muhammadu Buhari has said Nigeria and ECOWAS member states are implementing strategies to halt coup in the region. A statement by Special Advisor to the President on Media and Publicity, Femi Adesina, said Buhari spoke on Thursday while receiving letters of credence from ambassadors of Switzerland, Sweden, the Republic of Ireland, the Kingdom of Thailand, the Republic of Senegal, and the Republic of South Sudan at the State House. He called for cooperation and collaboration from the countries to overcome challenges in West Africa. President Buhari invited friendly countries to support efforts to address the problem of insecurity, fight against corruption, diversification of the economy, and our effort in promoting good governance. I urge you to be guided by diplomatic practice to ensure that your activities remain within the limits of your profession as you monitor the build-up to the elections and the conduct of the general elections. The President told the ambassadors that Nigeria no doubt enjoys very cordial and mutually beneficial bilateral relations and cooperation with the respective countries, commending the roles of the predecessors who demonstrated diligence and commitment to advance these causes. Moving on to the next story. Nigeria President Muhammadu Buhari has declared that multi-party system of government is better than the military rule. According to him, having served as a military head of state and civilian president, he could attest to the fact that multi-party democratic rule is the best form of government. Speaking Wednesday at the State House Abuja, while playing oath to a delegation of the Universal Peace Federation, the president, while delving into his experience with both military and civilian rule, submitted that multi-party democracy is the best system. He wondered why some African countries were still descended into the abyss of unconstitutional change of government, saying, I thought we had finally put that behind us. On the peace summit planned for people in Abuja, which happened to bring all African countries together before the end of his administration by May 2023, President Muhammadu Buhari pledged Nigeria's support relative to resources to help in stabilizing neighboring countries. He decried the problems in the Sahel belt of the continent, lamenting that it is of the great concern as it affects both agriculture and businesses negatively. The president described the interests of Universal Peace Federation, Africa, and the continent as quite genuine, saying he was very pleased at the development. To the next story. The Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Abubakar Malami has said that the federal government has realized 1.8 billion naira from forfeited assets. He also said 641 million US dollar recovered loot from the late military dictator General Sani Abacha has been used for social investment and development of critical infrastructure. He said the money was spent on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, the second Niger Bridge, and Abuja-Kano Highway. On terrorism, it said 3,000 cases were profiled, 1,500 persecuted, and 395 convicted. Malami, who gave the breakdown in the presentation at the PMB administration scorecard in Abuja, said the government has defended international cases to avoid liabilities running into billions of US dollars. A total of the money realized from various jurisdictions from 2021 to date. To the next story coming from Kaduna State. Former Nigerian lawmaker Shehu Sani has listed names of top terrorists allegedly unleashing mayhem in the northwestern part of the country. The disclosure was contained in a post via his verified Twitter handle on Thursday. The former senator had earlier, in reaction to the kidnap of train passengers in Edo State, expressed concern over the amount of money demanded by the terrorists, saying it was a tragic situation. Recall that bandits have been terrorizing the northwest zone of the country, especially Kaduna State. They, however, struck in Edo State, snatching scores of passengers and demanding money worth 20 million naira. Shehu Sani wrote top 5 terrorists in northwest of Nigeria, still unleashing mayhem: Bello Turiji Katala, Ado Aleru, Dogo Gide, Baleri, and Manjagara. To the next story. The immediate past Director General (DG) of the Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council (PCC), Doyin Okukwe, on Thursday said he has left the office of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) in Lagos. Politics Nigeria had reported that Okukwe was arrested by the Department of State Services (DSS) at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos, on Thursday morning. The DSS asked the former presidential aide to provide court processes where he paid the fine option following his money laundering conviction by the Federal High Court (FHC) Abuja. Subsequently, he was handed over to the EFCC, where the spokesman of the service, Peter Afunaya, confirming Okukwe was intercepted at the instance of the EFCC. The Ogobon politician filmed at the development. According to him, EFCC officials later apologized for embarrassing him. I was arrested and detained at the in Airport, Lagos this morning, January 12th, on my way to UK for medicals, years of my passport being withheld by the FHC Abuja. From southwest to southeast, a lecturer at the Nnamdi Azikiwe University, Awka, Anambra State, Mrs. Ngozi Uzodike, has been delivered of septuplets, 2 boys and 5 girls. Ngozi, who works at the Department of Business Administration, was delivered of the babies at the Obi Jackson Women and Children Hospital, Okija, Anambra, on Sunday. Although one of the girls did not make it to life, the family was charged 19 million naira by the hospital. Ngozi lamented that she had not been paid salary since she started working in the institution December 2020. Her husband, Mr. Celestin Uzodike, confirmed to journalists on Wednesday that his wife was properly engaged as a lecturer at the institution, but unfortunately had not been paid since. He lamented that his wife had never earned a kobo as salary, even after she had been promoted from assistant lecturer to lecturer 2. He, however, appealed to the federal government to pay the 2 years' salaries arrears owed and also come to their aid. He said they haven't been able to foot the bill and take care of the surviving 2 boys and 4 girls alone. If you're just joining, you are watching the world news from BGI TV Multicom. A middle-aged man has reportedly hanged himself in Ogomosho, Oyo State. Information report that the incident occurred at Akpake area near Okileri Baptist Basic School, Ogomosho, in the early hours of Wednesday. The 49-year-old man, simply identified as Ayo, according to sources, was found dead, hanging himself on the room on Wednesday. His corpse was discovered at about 9:30 a.m., according to his neighbors. The source said people even saw him this morning with a friend he saw off at about 7:30. He was about 49 years old and was yet to marry. He was a trailer driver. Some of his family members who learned came to visit him early this year and joked that they must see his child this year. It is possible that this put pressure on him and he thought he should earn it all, claimed the source. And to the next story before the world and foreign story. Gunmen have attacked operatives of the Anambra Vigilante services, killing 3. The incident happened in Ihiala, local government area of the state, on Thursday morning at about 2 a.m. The gunmen were said to have attacked the operative at the local government secretariat, while also beheading one of the slain operatives. A source said the gunmen also used improvised explosive devices, IED, to burn down about 5 buildings in the area. Police authorities in Anambra State confirmed the incident to journalists, saying that its men were alerted and that one of the gunmen was killed by police operatives when confronted. A spokesperson for the Anambra State Police Command, DSP Tochukwu Ikenga, who confirmed the incident, said following the police military operations ongoing in Ihiala, and its neighboring town, authorities responded to a distress call at about 2:55 a.m. to restore peace in the area. And to the foreign story. President Emmanuel Macron has said he will not ask forgiveness from Algeria for French colonization, but also to continue working towards reconciliation with his counterpart Abdelmajid Tebboune. It is not up to me to ask for forgiveness. That's not what this is about. That would break all of their ties, he said in an interview for Le Point magazine published late Wednesday. This worst thing would be to decide we apologize and each go our own way, Macron said. Work on memory and history isn't a settling of all accounts, he added. But in the interview, he also expressed hope that Tebboune will be able to come to France in 2023 to return Macron's own trip to Algeria last year and continue their unprecedented work of presidency and friendship. To end the world news this hour is a sports story. Super Eagles and Napoli star striker Victor Osimhen has received the trophy for the Best Young Player prize at the 2022 Globe Soccer Award. The former Lille of France forward beat Gavi and Valverde to scoop the prize in the ceremony held at the Medina Jumeirah in Dubai in November 2022. In a post on his Twitter handles on Wednesday, Osimhen said he just received the trophy, which he won 2 months ago, and displayed it in a photo accompanying his post. Just received the Globe Soccer Award for the Powerhouse Emerging Player of the Year. Thank you for the recognition, and to those that have been supporting me through the years. I appreciate you all. God is the greatest, Osimhen wrote, to appreciating everyone. That ends the world news from BGI TV this hour. Before we go, some major headlines. Nigeria, ECOWAS member states implementing strategies to stop coups in Africa. We also brought to you multi-party democracy, better than military rule, Buhari claims. FG net 1.8 billion naira from sale of forfeited assets, Malemi submitted. And finally, Osimhen received Globe Soccer Award trophy. For more updates on our YouTube, the handle is Babagede Imo TV. Kindly subscribe and click on the notification bell. Select option all and access to our broadcast. On Facebook, Bagede Imo with Alawiye Adebayo. Please like and follow the page. On Instagram, Bagede Imo _22. For advert placement of your goods and services, kindly dial the phone number streaming on your screen for advert placements only. Thank you for watching. I am Morire Rebila Lawal.
Oh, na, na, na. If you want to know what's going on in city, or you want to listen to the latest news and gist, no stress, oh, just tune to BGI TV. BGI TV, you're one in a million.